Good morning, all. It's time for another edition of What's News in Healthcare Social Media. And I'm Kathi Browne of Browne Knows Social Media. And today my guest is Lee Aase, Director of Mayo Clinic Center for Social Media.
Well, thanks, Kathi. I'm really glad to be with you, and it should be fun.
Healthcare has been slow to getting to the table in terms of social media. How is it different now than it was before, and what do you see in terms of the future of social media and its adoption and use by the healthcare sector?
It's getting more mainstream. I think people are understanding, as I mentioned, with 1.3 billion people on Facebook. When you're watching all the TV ads in the Super Bowl and they all have hashtags or little Twitter signs, I think people in the C-suites are seeing that their for-profit brethren are finding benefit in using this, and so they definitely see opportunities. There's certainly still the groundswell of people within the communications or marketing groups at hospitals who are saying, hey, I want to do this. But I'm definitely seeing it too in the C-suites where leaders are saying, this is something we need to pay attention to. This is something we need to be involved with. We need to have a strategy around digital and mobile and social. So I think we're definitely making progress, and it's been exciting to see it happen.
Do you see a difference between large organizations or maybe some of the smaller hospitals in terms of adoption? Are they all both on the same trajectory, or does one type tend to adopt social media more readily?
It's ironic, I guess, that some of the smaller organizations who have perhaps the most to gain by being involved, because the direct out-of-pocket kind of expense of being engaged in these social platforms is next to nil. I would say that the large organizations are there, and that's because they tend to have a little larger communication staff. I think the small organizations have a more difficult time because they tend to have people who have to be multi-hat wearers, and they feel under a lot of time constraints. So I think in everything with the bigger organizations that have more resources, it's easier for them to carve out a little bit of time for somebody to do some of this, just because of the guerrilla nature of social media. There really is a lot of opportunity for the small organizations too, without having to do big advertising buys.
Great, thanks.